Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode from Ginge Walkabout. Obviously, I'm Kai, and you join me on a beautiful Tuesday as we're off out on a relatively short overnight. As you can see, it's not my usual setup. I have a complete bedroll setup basically behind me with a canvas tarp, a wool blanket and a foam pad, and then everything else is inside there with a jacket I made, which basically, I'll be honest people, I saw the Bowrail shirt by Les River something I think it is. I'm sorry if I'm wrong butchering his name and your name, mate, I do apologise, but let's be honest, I ain't got the money to go buy one of those shirts, the Bowrail shirts, and they look absolutely superb, I shall say. So I had an old scout wool blanket lying about, so I decided I can sew, so why not make my own? And basically yesterday I finished it. I decided I was coming out on an overnighter, so I decided to use it. And sorry if you heard that sound, it was a notification from someone on YouTube, but yeah. So I decided to bring it in case it gets a little bit cold. But my other scout wool blanket, I basically modified in a sense of I put a couple of toggles on it, so I could simply, effectively just do a cowboy wrap in it, but it won't keep rolling away like and undoing if I move during the night. So with two little toggles like sticks, it's going to stay wrapped around me and it's going to be sound. So I'll show you that as well in a bit. But like I said, thank you for clicking on. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Let's go on with it, people. Sorry about the helicopter and the grainy footage, but this is what I'm using. It's a canvas tarp as we're not meant to be raining tonight. I folded it back into a low profile and shelter, like it's literally knee high. And I got a wool blanket in there, the one that I've modified slightly so I can actually keep it as a sleeping bag. So now, priority, fire! Right guys, today obviously we need a fire. I haven't brought a stove or nothing, and I need to make a brew. So this is my fire pit. It don't look very tidy, but there's loads of different bits of wood there. So I'm going to kind of use them to my advantage. As you can see, made a little fire area, but we're going to cheat to a degree. See, you can buy this jute twine, or, well yeah, it's jute twine. If you fray it apart, it's like really fine, like fibres, and they take a spark rather well. So what we're going to do is cheat a bit, get a little clump of this, which I'm trying to. So I'll untwist it, and then I find just either sliding it, or if I can get it to untwist again, pull it apart so it frays. A phrase comes apart as such. And obviously this is just your cheap stuff that you can buy at garden centres. It don't really take a lot, just a nice little, oh, should flash tinder. And then we can take our birch bark as such, rough it up a little bit, stick that more or less in the middle. I'm going to add a bit more birch bark to the top of it, so then it'll burn. That is the plan. So then we take our beast of a fire steel fire rod with our mortar Garberg, so you can actually see a size comparison of actually how big the fire rod is I use. But yeah, so we just boom. One spark, that's all it took to catch that jute twine alight. So we got a nice little blaze going. I'm going to chuck a little bit more birch bark on there just to sustain it a little as I grab the firewood, which I didn't quite sort into piles like I normally do. So, you know people, you know. So I'm just going to gently place that on top. Give it a chance to catch on fire as such. This is what I find with birch bark a lot. Quite a lot of the time you've got to kind of blow it a couple of times to keep it going. But generally it's not too bad. And there's a big rule to fire that people don't really understand. Fire likes buddies. The more buddies it has, the bigger the fire. So as it's now growing, and to be honest, it's been rather dry where I live and the surrounding areas. So yeah, you can kind of see that I've put some thicker stuff on straight away, but I'm adding thinner stuff now as well. You know, we like a little bit of diversity. Sorry again about that. I've got to remember to put my phone on silent when I is doing this shenanigans. Bit late now, so you know. So the goal is to get a nice fire going. I'm going to get some hot water on the go and go from there basically. The goal for tonight is not to have a massive fire to stay warm, because I ain't generally gonna need it. It's more about being able to cook and brew up, because that is the important thing about a fire in this temperature. So you're just barely make out a pheasant down the bottom. Just barely. Just move back off through there. There's two of them actually. Didn't even notice the second one. There's two down there. Just somewhere. Where's my finger? Just down there. I don't know why you can see them. There's two pheasants. And that's my fire. So if I zoom out and get a perspective, they're there. Just in the bush line. Sweet. What a nice lovely cheeseburger done on the grill. Right. Epic. Absolute lovely. So if I can stop being a dickhead. I hope you can see me. Burger taste test. That is banging, people. Absolutely lovely. I'm going to eat this anyway. Get another one on. And I might bring you back a bit later before I go to bed. I'm not 100%. Guess what? Turns out I need to learn how to read. Pardon me. Basically, I got a chicken burger. This side don't look that nice because I kind of dropped it in on the embers, so to say. So, this one is a taste test again. So, like I say, I don't know if you can see me, I hope you can. Pretty nice. That's nice. I like that. Right guys, I'm all tucked away in my wool shirt and wool blankets for the night. Basically, that's about it. I'll show you them better in the morning when it's better lighting and everything. Just tonight I've been pretty chilled out, pretty relaxed. I modified, like I said, I modified it. It's got a, if I can find it, there's a toggle. Just a bit of wood there for now. I'm going to modify it better. But there's one also down by the feet basically. It just makes it into more of a sleeping bag rather than blanket. So, shouldn't be too cold tonight anyway. Should be more than suffice. But, yeah. Like I say people, see you all in the morning. Good night. Good morning everyone. Time's about 7 o'clock on a Wednesday morning. Yeah, I'm squinting because I'm getting a little bit smoked out. As you see the old ember. I got a nice lovely fire going. I got a brew. And I'm just basically chilling. I've been up for about an hour. I will be honest, I woke up about 5 o'clock. I got a fire going. Basically, you know in the mornings you wake up and it's almost like a false cold where you need a pee. It's kind of like that. Sorry about the shaking. But yeah, this is effectively my bush shirt as well. Got a pocket on the front, which is actually a double joey. Right, which I'll show you a bit proper later. But this is basically what I slept in with that. My wool blanket, which I'll show you again later. I'll show you how I set that up. Because I've got toggles on it so I can effectively keep it as a sleeping bag so it don't undo during the night. Works fucking good to be honest. But when I say I got a little bit cold, my legs just got cold, but I'm in shorts. Kinda to be expected. Even if I'd have been in my woobie, my legs would have got a bit cold, I imagine. That's just how it is. I got like the kit bomb there, coffee and that. Obviously fags, fire gloves. These were like £6 each, 6-7 quid each. I got 2. Absolutely worth their weight. And of course we have the Good News New Testament Bible, which is an amazing read. But yeah, other than that people, I've just been chilling out, feeding my fire. Just enjoyed the morning. As it is such a beautiful day. I don't know what you can see it over there. But there's like some pinky sky. Yeah, that's a huge water thing I got up in the tree. I don't know what you can see that. Oh, this thing is like 10 litres. But because I didn't bring a water bottle with me. So my idea was yesterday when I walked up here, I filled that up. And I could just carry it up and just hang it in a tree how it is. And it's been there all night to be honest. But it holds enough water that I'm able to do my teas and coffees and whatever else I need, for instance. But then I also got a nice big amount of water to empty onto my fire when I leave. So it's pretty nice that, to be honest. And from my shelter, I'm probably about 2.5, 3 foot away at the furthest. So I'm getting quite a lot of nice heat, like even sat here where I'm too. I'm getting a nice bit of heat. It's absolutely lovely. Well, I'm wondering today if we're going to get any deer or anything come past like I normally do here. I'm just hoping that I got my phone in my hand and I'm going to be able to get it on record. Because normally I just sit here like looking at going, wow, like look at that, isn't that beautiful? And then it ain't until they're gone that I'm like, I should have filmed that. I should have filmed that. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm going to sit here, finish my coffee and that, get some more firewood in a minute and shit out. Right, I thought I'd show you a ginge quick tip. To those who smoke, don't get me wrong, if you're not sat by a fire, grab your lighter. Grab your lighter. This is a smoker tip. What I like to do is get myself a fire stick. It's like nature's match. It's perfect. I just put that out. So that's just an ember. Then all I do is I just sticks it there. So then when I need it next, I could just put it back in the fire for a couple of minutes. Like as I'm making my fag or whatever. And I can just pull it out. It's on fire. It's a good thing to know, like, because me, right, my lighter is basically broke and I ran out of gas last night. So I've basically been just using a stick and the fire. Just put it in the fire, light it up. They work an absolute treat. Absolute treat. It's something I tend to do if, like I say, if I'm by a fire. Saves on lighter fluid, saves on using your spark wheel and everything. So effectively you're saving on resources. So if you were put into a survival situation, that's more resources you have. Right guys, I thought I'd give you a quick show and everything. I say quick show, it's probably going to be a bit of a longer video. Like this section anyway, like the clips. But this is the wool bush shirt I made. As you can see, it's got a pocket, which is a button, a nice big flap, and it's double pocketed. So I could say put my phone and like some other bits in there, and then like I did last night, I put my phone in the one closest to me, like to my body, and then I put my torch and my pocket knife in the front pocket, and kept that done up, and it stayed in there all night, no problems. I put like the cordage through here, it's just 550 Titan cord. I've got the fire starter in it, sewing line, fishing line. So that's that. It's got a nice hood, which I put on. I modified it a bit, because these bits actually come out straight in a sense. So then I sewed them in and then sewed them in again, so I get a bit of a neck baffle on the inside. I took the idea, like I said, from the Bowreel wool shirt. I wanted one for a while, I just ain't got the money, so I improvised with what I had and was able to make one. The thread I used, I stripped down number 36 bank line, and if I'm correct, when you take it down into the 3 strands, each strand's number 10 bank line, which I think it's got like a 100-pound breaking string. Don't quote me, I'm not exactly top quality at that stuff, but I use that to actually sew it up all the way. But that's what this block stuff is as well. So theoretically the wool jacket should actually break before the stitching does, if that makes sense. So, but that is just a quick one of my wool shirt that I made. Now I'm going to show you how I set up my blanket system. I just needed 2 toggles, and these were the ones I used last night. They didn't cause any discomfort, they didn't sit in any awkward places. It was pretty good how I designed it, I reckon, to a degree. But it works absolute wonders. I'm going to sort out the blanket a bit more. Like, I around the holes where I put the toggles through, put more. I'm going to sew around the fabric like I did here, where it's almost where you go around it and seal it so it don't fray or anything. But just for a night testing, I thought it don't really matter. So I'll show you that now. Obviously though, you can see I've got my wall blanket set out behind me. Get down. I set it up so we could do a cowboy wrap as such. So yeah, we'll get in, spread it out, take our end, and this is where I say I modified it. So I put a toggle in, so then I can sort this out for my feet, and that goes down nicely, and that's there. You then come through here, where I've got 2 more holes, one there, one there. Some people might know why, but you see. So then we have this nice, lovely flap come over our legs, and we get this one come up over here, as so. We toggle that. So now that's our feet end, all nice. And inside, like obviously every time you're going to have to do some minor adjustments and things, that's just standard with sleep systems. And just like a normal cowboy wrap, the thing is, here's where the other adjustment is. If I'm moving boots, you might be able to see. Another toggle is where you need the second one, because this, just like a normal cowboy wrap, you get tucked under your bum. That's it. So you got 1 layer on at the moment, 2 under your bum, and obviously it's only a scout blanket, so it's not like no big ass Hudson Bay thing, which would be absolutely lovely. Would not complain. Come over here, find our other little toggle. Sometimes it can be a bit of a faff, people, I'm not gonna lie. There he is. So then, come up through this corner. I haven't done it so this bit wraps around me, like completely, but you can get it. Put me fag down. We can get nice and tucked up in this. And be signed for a night suit. As such. And then to get out, it's literally just and that's it. To be honest, I'm going to be using this more than my summer sleeping systems, I think. Simply because it was actually really comfy, I was warm and everything else. Like I said, apart from like my legs getting cold, but I'm wearing shorts. Ain't exactly warm, like now to be fair. And they're only fit shorts and nothing like special. They're just real thin ones. So yeah, that that was basically how I slept last night. Obviously, you've seen how the shelter was at. I only just dropped it down so it'd be easier to see. But that was my sleep setup, people. I thought it was absolutely mint, to be honest. Loved it. And with my wool shirt as well, is cotch as fuck. So, yeah. Tell me what you think. It'd be nice to know. Have you done a similar? As if you have, I'd like to know as well. Like as in what you would have done differently, what you did do differently if you've done things like this, what you would recommend, and if you've got links to videos on it, put the link in the comment and I'll be sure to check it out. That'd be like really good. Right, as you guys can see, I'm all packed up, and sometimes getting your shit on to go can be a big faff, as you just seen. The fire pit is taken care of, there's no rubbish, I haven't left anything, which is what we want, because the whole object of it is to leave no trace, people. Like, that is how it's meant to be. You leave no trace. But as you're aware, I slept here. Can't really tell. It was that good that I didn't even notice that there was a feather there. Pheasant one. But yeah. So I'm going to be on my travels. I'm heading a different way back. Simply because I've got other things I want to go to on my way back, so to speak. So yeah, I suppose on that one, people, it's the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm glad you clicked on. Please feel free to hit the like button, like I say, comment, I'll get back to you. Subscribe, and if you want, because you like the videos, hit the little bell notification next to it. But until next time, people, I'm gonna love you and leave you. See you on the next adventure. Sayonara.